Hello, everybody on YouTube. This is Super Nintendo, and welcome to another episode of First Impressions. This time, we're looking at Steins Burp. No, we're looking at Steins Gate. This is an anime that deals with time travel, and I don't know if I like it. I really. I really don't know. I really don't know if I like it. So, I looked at the first 5 episodes for this video. And yeah, let's go over the 5 episodes. The first episode deals with our main character, who I can't remember his name, so I'm just going to call him Rex Sanchez. And he is introducing us to his world and the characters and whatnot. And he later sees he goes to some kind of convention where he talks with some person about time travel stuff. And it turns out that this person may have plagiarized something dealing with time travel. And Rick Sanchez runs into a redheaded woman. And she appears to be talking complete nonsense, like she's met him before. But Rick doesn't recognize her, so he kind of blows her off. And later, it turns out that she's been murdered. And Rick sends a text to someone, and he apparently goes back in time or something. And, he is. The next couple episodes are kind of dealing with the mystery of what happened. You know, he runs into the redheaded woman. He tries to decipher the time travel stuff. We get introduced to a bunch of new characters. It turns out that his microwave, somehow, they're trying to turn it into a time machine. And they're running tests. They stick a banana in there, and it turns green and gelatinous. In one of the later episodes, they take a single banana off of a bunch of them and stick it in there. And then when the microwave is done, the banana has disappeared, or rather, it has returned to the other banana piles, and it is still green and gelatinous. What could this mean? But, the next couple episodes deal with more mystery. He runs into the redheaded woman again, and to his surprise, it's like, you're alive? I saw you stabbed like a stuck pig. It's, Episode 5 kind of deals with like a conspiracy with some kind of NASA group trying to create a time machine, but they have killed tons of people in their human trials, and they all turn into gelatinous men, like the banana. And it's very weird. So, that is Steins Gate so far. I left out a few things, but that's largely the story that has been there in the first 5 episodes. The animation is really good for, it's pretty good. The main character, Rick Sanchez, he is like this hyper-active, hyper-exaggerated, mad genius type character, where he will openly laugh like a freaking maniac, just like he'll do that. And he always talks in both real and fake sounding scientific jargon, and it's entertaining, but it's also just kind of like, dude, seriously, you're supposed to be a super genius. Why the hell are you talking like this? There's a bunch of other characters. there's the token female character who I'm forgetting her name, but she's like this really hyperactive, cutesy girl character, and it's honestly pretty fun watching her. She has this little catchphrase that she does whenever she talks or sees other people and whatnot. She goes do do do, and like then she'll start talking and whatnot. She refers to herself as Rick Sanchez's hostage. I don't I don't know. And then there's this fat guy who is really into hentai games, and he makes a lot of dirty jokes and whatnot. Very clever dirty jokes, though. And it's honestly, he's probably one of my favorite characters in this show, just because like he's not only like fun to he's not only a fun loving character or whatnot that makes a lot of dirty jokes, but he also is just as done with Rick Sanchez's shit as I am. So there's that. We also get introduced to a couple other characters. A priestess lady at a shrine who is trying to learn swordplay and very obviously has a crush on Rick Sanchez. There is this scatterbrained woman that takes pictures of everything that she sees as evidence that she was there. I don't get it. And there is a part-time worker girl who works at the shop just underneath the Rick Sanchez's laboratory. And she has a cute design. She has like a little tracksuit. She's got like little braids that hang on the side of her head. Other than that, she's got short hair. She's an enjoyable character. And then there is the man from the future that I keep forgetting his name. So, and he talks about like time travel, like when you go back in time, you don't actually change the future, you just create a new timeline or whatever. There's world lines and all this other stuff. It's really weird because it's very simple stuff when you sit down and like when you actually explain it. But then with the way that they are explaining it is like they're trying to make it seem a lot more complicated than it is. It's like, okay, like the Dragon Ball Z method of time travel, where you go back in time and when you change the past, you're not affecting your future. You are simply creating a new timeline where the stuff that you did stuck. Like Avengers Endgame, like that type of time travel, you know? But no, they have to make it seem really fucking complicated, way more complicated than it is, and it's really just kind of like, why are you doing this? Are you just trying to make your characters seem smart by giving them this overly complicated way of explaining something that's relatively simple? I don't get it. I'm not a super big fan of the music. The opening and ending theme I didn't really care for all that much. The voice acting is fine. I watched it in dub. The characters are fine. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Like, I'll probably still watch it, mostly out of curiosity of where they're going with this. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is one show, where I'm honestly kind of split on. I was similar, I had a similar feeling like this to another show, Parasite the Maximum. Where I was like, I don't know if I like this show, but I'm curious to see where they go with this. And I continue watching all the way up to the end, and I continued to feel like that up until the end. Um, so yeah, I don't know if this is just one of those shows that is like I don't really because like the time travel stuff when you actually pick apart what they're saying, um, actually does make sense because like they're dealing with like mini black holes and whatnot. So trying to stick like a human in there is like yeah, like that the intense gravity of a black hole would crush them, uh, and I don't know if it would create like a gelatinous thing, but like the intense gravity of a black hole would definitely kill some people. So, um, but it's I don't know. I don't know if I like this show. You got anything to add, puppers? Hmm? Alright, so I guess that'll do it. I think next time I'm going to shake things up and instead of doing an anime, I'm going to look at the reboot of DuckTales. Woo! I've seen a couple episodes of the show, but they're later episodes, so I wasn't able to, like, follow along with what they were doing. So I'm gonna look at the first 3 to 5 episodes of the DuckTales reboot. See you guys then. You got anything to add, puppers? Indeed.